Alright, I ran from a gopher today. I was walking my dog, he had his head shoved in like this hole, so I yelled for him to come here, and when he backed away from a hole, the gopher came out. Ugly little things, honestly I was terrified. They look nothing like the Minnesota golden gopher. No big cheeks with buck teeth or anything like that. Well, they had buck teeth, but it wasn't pretty. Anyway, I looked at it and I was like, okay, Buxton, come here, and then all of a sudden it started like leaping towards me, and I took off running. I mean, I could have easily stomped or kicked the gopher away if it would have actually attempted to harm me, but I wasn't taking any chances. I don't know if those have rabies or what they carry. I didn't want my dog playing with it either. So to anybody who looks up to me and thinks that I'm like some big brave guy, I'm not. At all. Not in the slightest way. Alright, what is going on guys, and welcome back to another video. Today's video I am going to be determining, well, predicting, I don't know what the word is. I'm going to be going through another tier list that's set up to state the odds of every team's playoff chances. Pretty sure this has been recommended in some capacity. I just think the tier lists are like the best way to do things. I know I've said that before, but I just can't reiterate it enough. So we're going to stick to that plan. But before we hop into today's video guys, head over to gfuel.com, use code WyattzWorld, save yourself a discount on any G Fuel products. Alright guys, here we are at the tier list. I wanted to have 5 categories, but 4 was the only one I could make the most sense with. So at the top we have the teams who I think are locked and loaded into the playoffs already. Beneath that we have the teams who I think are a safe bet to the playoffs. Beneath that we have the unlikely teams yet possible, meaning they have a lot of work to do. And obviously at the bottom we have absolutely no way in hell. And actually in this video, unlike a player versus the world, we don't have to go through and identify anybody's stats, so we can hop right into this with Cleveland. So formal introduction, starting off we got the Browns, and I would like to lock and load them, but I'm only going to put them as a safe bet because the Ravens are on their ass. Of course it's only week 4, but they look so much better than they did in week 1. And not that Cleveland doesn't look good, but I mean if you watch the Vikings game, the Vikings D was better, but Baker missed a couple wide open throws. That game could have easily been a blowout. Up next we got the San Francisco 49ers. Okay, this is not really a stab, but unlikely yet possible because look at the goddamn division. They're 2-2. The Seahawks are 2-2. The Rams are 3-1. The Cardinals are 4-0. Good fucking luck. I mean, I don't know if Trey Lance and Kyle Shanahan can somehow fight their way to the top. I might have a different opinion in a couple weeks, but as of right now, they look like a good solid team, but I mean, their division is screwing them. Moving on, we got the Patriots. Unlikely yet possible. Start the season off 1-3. It's not good. They've played some hard teams. They played Tampa Bay really good. I'm not concerned with them getting back in like the race, but I don't think they're going to overtake the East, and I don't think they're going to have a high enough seed to get them to the post. Moving on, we got the Carolina Panthers. Safe bet for a wild card. I think that they're going to hold it together. They played Dallas extremely well, who, by the way, might be a goddamn top 5 team. If they would have gotten blown out, I might have a different opinion on them, but when they're 3-0, almost 4-0, and the loss is to a very good team, when they didn't have Christian McCaffrey, I have a very good gut feeling about them, and I like Matt Rule a lot. I think he's a fucking genius, and Sam Darnold, who apparently has the most rushing touchdowns in the league at the time of this video, is also looking fantastic. Moving on, the Steelers. Absolutely no way in hell. How? Like how right now could anybody be confident that they're going to make the postseason? Ben looks terrible. O-line looks terrible. They're at the bottom of one of the best divisions in football. Second best, I'd say. Up next, we got the Vikings. They're locked. Shut up, I'm kidding. Unlikely yet possible. Like, okay, let me talk about them real quick. They're 1-3, and all their losses combined is 11 points. They are a good team, but they can't fucking finish. They were 2-2, honestly, I would consider putting him in a safe bet right behind Green Bay, but they're already so goddamn far behind, that'd be hard for me to do. Get your stuff together, Minnesota. You're not bad. Moving on, we got the Seahawks. Unlikely yet possible. But I don't know what the hell to think with the Seahawks. They're looking exactly like they did at the beginning of last year. Incredible offense, terrible defense. In a division where you're going to be competing against a team who is just as good as you, and 2 teams who are better than you, you're going to struggle to make it to the post. Up next, we got the Kansas City Chiefs. Okay, hold on a second. This video is being filmed Monday afternoon, so I haven't seen the Monday night game yet. They have more losses than anyone in their division as of right now. They'll be tied with someone tonight unless there's a tie. I think they're better than Denver. Denver got exposed. And even though their record doesn't show it, I would like to think that the Chiefs are just still the best team in that division, but I can't say that right now. I can't lock and load them. Like, it just wouldn't make any sense. Moving on, we got the Lions. No, what the fuck? How? 0-4 to the playoffs. Dan Campbell might actually be the second coming of Christ himself. Up next, Philly. No. I will be honest, and I've said this too, they are looking a hell of a lot better than I thought they would this year with offense and defense, but no, like as a team, they're just not that good. Moving on, Miami. I was thinking about this the other day. I was actually going to make a tweet, but I didn't want to get harassed. Even with Tua, dude, I don't think they'd be doing a whole lot better. This team just doesn't look that good. It's unlikely, but possible. I won't put them in the absolutely no way in hell because it could happen. But so far, I don't take the Dolphins as any sort of a fucking threat. Moving on, we got the New Orleans Saints. Honest to God, after seeing them lose to the Giants, it's unlikely yet possible. They're going to be battling with Carolina, I think, behind Tampa Bay. I know Carolina and Tampa Bay have the same record right now. I just think Tampa Bay's a better team. Meaning Carolina and the Saints are going to be fighting. The Saints are going to have a worse record than Carolina. I think they're going to continue to have a worse record than Carolina. Therefore, I think it's extremely unlikely that they battle in. 1 week they look great. 1 week they look like the last shit I took. Moving on, Houston, absolutely not. They lost 40-0. They got no motivation. They don't have a quarterback. They don't have a fucking team. Moving on, the Falcons, no. All right, moving on, we got the Baltimore Ravens right beside Cleveland. They're a safe bet. I think they're going to get in, but I'm not going to lock them. Looking better and better every week. And hey, Lamar threw over 300 on Denver. Moving on, we got the Tennessee Titans. I don't know what the hell to say about them. That Jets loss was really something. I mean, just due to their division, it's a safe bet because them or the Colts have to make it. The Jags and Houston will not. I'm not even a Titans fan, and I'm pissed for the Titans. Moving on, we got the Giants. No. I don't care if they beat the Saints. Yippee skippy. They lost to the Falcons. Realistically, the only thing I can say that I took away from the game of them and the Saints, because I don't pay attention to either fucking team, Danny had a good game from what I saw. He had a good passer rating. Threw for 300 plus yards, no interceptions. I saw him moving on his feet a lot, man. He didn't look bad that game from what I could see. I still think he's terrible and he's going to be out of the league in 3 years, but it was encouraging. Up next, we got the Colts. Honest to God, man, they're right by the Titans, and they shouldn't be. A 1-3 team in the safe bet category. They lost to the Jets. Offense just needs to click. Use JT more. I'm happy they did this week. Up next, we got the Arizona Cardinals locked and loaded. Yeah, they're going to be battling with the Rams. Whoever doesn't win the division is going to have probably the second best record in the NFC. Just doesn't seem like a possibility right now. Trust me, I know. I saw the Vikings in 2017 with Sam Bradford. Started off 5 or 6-0, didn't make the playoffs. It was fucking horrible. Could happen to anybody, but right now I'm a betting man on the Cardinals. Moving on, we got the Packers. Because the Vikings can't play an entire game and the division is shit, I'm going to lock them. Plus, they're back anyway. Aaron Rodgers looks as deadly as ever. Moving on, we got the Tampa Bay Bucks, obviously locked and loaded. I think that they are one of the best rostered teams in football, and I think they're certainly going to win that division. Carolina could be creeping on their asses, but I don't think they're going to pose as a serious threat. Up next, we got Chicago. I mean, I want to say absolutely no way in hell, but I got to be fair. If I put the Vikings in unlikely yet possible, the Bears are in unlikely yet possible because they have more wins than the Vikings. I think the Vikings are a better team than Chicago. Their offense is certainly 10,000 trillion gazillion kahillion times better. Defense is not. That's not even close. But yeah, I guess the Bears could make it if Matt Nagy is just not stupid. Moving on, we got the Bengals. Unlikely yet possible due to the division that they're in. They have the same record as Cleveland. They have the same record as Baltimore. A very good 3-1. Honest to God, the reason I'm putting them below, they've put up less points than those two. If they're going to play each other in a game, whoever scores the most is going to win. Just putting them down there for right now. It's very possible, though. The Bengals look awesome. Moving on, we got Buffalo locked and fucking loaded. I hope to God knock on every piece of wood I can find. They look absolutely disgustingly good right now. Nobody wants that fucking smoke. I'm actually excited. I'm weirdly confident. I know I seem confident in my predictions when I talk about teams, but like I'm not even that anxious for the Chiefs on Sunday night. I'm very, very comfortable with it. That pass rush is going to be all over Mahomes. Do you guys know they've outscored their last 3 opponents? It's like 116-20 or something. 3-1, top of their division. Nobody wants any part of them right now. The boys are locked. Moving on, we got the Jags. No. They've lost 19 games in a row, and Urban Meyer is getting lap dances on purpose to try and get released so he can go to USC. Here, we'll make another row. Oh, I just deleted this row. What was this one called? No Way in Hell? And then on the bottom, we got the Jags. Moving on, we got Washington. I'm sorry about that logo. I can't control it. They won, but they're the biggest disappointment this year. For me, at least. They look like ass. Their defense looks like ass. Their offense is doing pretty good. Heineke looks amazing, I think. It's unlikely, but it's possible. They're not going to catch Dallas. Speaking of Dallas, we got Dallas. They're locked and loaded. Nobody in that division is going to catch them. Their team is just on a different level than all of them. I know, I was wrong. I've been giving them appraisal. Cowboys are fucking really good this year, and it sucks. Up next, we got the Broncos. I don't know, man. I think they're the worst team in that division. I really do. Also, Teddy's hurt. I saw Drew Lock playing. I don't know how long he's in, but that's not going to do him any favors. Decent, but I don't think they're going to be able to keep up with the rest. Moving on, we got the Rams. Locked and loaded. I went over it on the Cardinals. I think as of right now, at least, yeah, the Rams got outplayed. They got beat bad by the Cardinals. Still a great fucking team, though. Don't put any dirt on them. Up next, we got the Chargers. Safe bet. Up next, we got the Jets. Congrats on your first win. Might be your only win. You're going in the bottom. No, they'll probably win again, but they're not going to even get close to the playoffs, dude. They're not as good as the Patriots. They're not as good as the Dolphins. They're obviously not as good as Buffalo. Buffalo's like Mountain Dew. Jets are like Mellow Yellow. If you try to tell me Mellow Yellow is better than Mountain Dew, let me know where you live. Give me the address. I will hop in my car and drive. And finally, we got the Raiders. Safe bet, man. I wish I could lock them, but I mean, we've been going over that division, it feels like, for the last 10 minutes now. They average 30 points a game. Derek Carr looks great. The defense doesn't look as bad as I thought. All the receivers are getting action. Henry Ruggs is starting to shine a little bit. Can't lock the Raiders, but if they keep playing how they are, it's an absolute safe bet that they're going to make it to the playoffs. Alright everybody, and that is going to be all for today. I hope you guys liked that video. If you did, you already know what to do. Comment, like, subscribe, turn the bell on. I do my best to post every single day. I actually have my week planned out. It's kind of weird. But right now I'm planning on doing my predictions tomorrow. Power rankings on Thursday. Friday is the one that could be like 2 different things. So I hope that sounds like a good menu for you guys. If you guys are interested in following me on social media or sending something to my P.O. box, all that information will be in the description of this video as well. With all this stuff being said, guys, I'm going to hop off and edit this so you can watch it on time. I hope everybody has a fantastic rest of their Tuesday, and as always, I will see you in the next video.